Hi, thanks for using my court coach. I'm Sarah and I'll be your instructor today as we discuss the Request for Determination of Support Arrears form, also known as Form FL-676. When would you use this form? If you have local child support agency assisting with the enforcement of support in your case and you disagree with the amount that they claim is owed for arrears, or often referred to as back support, then you would file this form in order to get a court to make a decision on what are the arrears owed or the back support owed. In order to fill out this form, you need to first fill in your identifying case caption information at the top. Below that, you'll see is where the hearing date and time would be listed. If you are in a county where you can call up your court clerk and ask for a hearing date and time and they'll give it to you, you could just write that in. Otherwise, leave that blank for now. You'll have to file this at the courthouse and the court clerk will write that information in. Address of the court is going to be either same as noted above, or if there's a different address where the hearing will be taking place, then you can list that in other. Line 2 is just representing that the local child support agency is providing support enforcement services in this case. And then line 3 is identifying that the local child support agency states that a certain amount is due for arrears. And there should be a document that they send you periodically from time to time that shows what those arrears are. If you have that, you would attach it to this document. 3B states that you disagree with that statement and therefore you're asking for the court to make a decision. You are required to attach your own statement of arrears, and you can do that using two forms. One is FL-420, which is the Declaration of Payment History, and then FL-21, which is the Payment History Attachment that has you break down month by month what was owed and what was actually paid. If there's any other information you think the court needs to know, you can list that in other. Since there are some attachments to this form, make sure to mark the box that says number of pages attached and identify how many pages are actually being attached to this form. And with all court forms, you want to sign, date, and list your name as well. Page 2 of this form is the proof of service. You want to have someone who is over the age of 18, a U.S. citizen, and not a party to this case, doing your service for you. That person under line 2 will list their address. And then in 3, they will identify whether this document was served by personal delivery or by mail. Keep in mind that unless you have a hearing date listed on the front page, that you cannot serve this form. So make sure if you are in a county that the clerk has to write in the hearing date and time that you go to the courthouse and get this file stamped before serving. Your process server, whoever is serving for you, will mark next in 3 whether they serve by personal delivery or by mail. This will need to be served on the opposing party as well as the local child support agency. So your process server will need to fill in their address, date, time delivered. And if it's served by mail, same thing, it needs to be served with their address listed and date and place of mailing. If this is being served by mail, you will also need to file a declaration regarding address verification, and that's form FL-334, and that just identifies how you know that this is the correct address to serve by. Usually you have to have had some sort of confirmation of that address within the past 30 days. Your process server will then write their name here, sign and date, and then this form is ready to be filed if it has not been previously filed. So I hope you found this helpful. Good luck.